Hi, it's Tara Whitewood here from The Sugar Doctor. Well, it's finally happening. Some of you aren't going to be surprised by this at all. I'm being locked away. On the 24th of October, I'll be spending the night in Maitland Gaol. I'm doing it to raise money and awareness for some of the work that the Samaritans Foundation do with prisoners who are being released from the prison system. At the moment in New South Wales, the rate of returning to prison without this program is 1 in 10. For those who've been through the Samaritans program, the rate is actually more like 1 in 3, which is pretty phenomenal, I think. There's a proverb that really resonates with me, and it's, "There but for the grace of God go I." Now, the reason that this resonates so strongly with me is that I'm someone who has made some really poor decisions in my life. I'm someone who, but for the grace of God, could have taken a very, very different pathway in my life. As a young person, as a 13-year-old, I started, as many kids do these days, particularly in Canberra, I started smoking weed. I started drinking as a 13-year-old. I was hanging out with people who were a lot older than me, and I made some really bad decisions in terms of the actions that I took, the places that I went, and the people who I spent time with. It's also the case that we are all only 2 or 3 major life events away from becoming homeless. So that could be something like losing a job, losing a partner to death or to illness. It could be an episode of mental illness. You know, we're all so close to very different circumstances, and I think it's really, really important to acknowledge that and understand that sometimes had we made different choices, or even in my case, had I made the same choices and for the consequences to have played out differently, I could be in a very different place right now. To put that in a bit of context with you, of the people that I went to school with, my close group of friends, one of them ended up with problems with addiction, one of them ended up with serious mental illness problems. There were 2 actually that I went to school with who were very heavy pot smokers who ended up suiciding. And you know, the statistics go on and on. I could share those with you, but what I really want for you to understand is how close it is for me to see that I've been a very lucky person. And so that leads me to my night in jail. We'll be fundraising for the Samaritans program. There'll be a dinner function, there'll be a charity auction, and then they're going to lock me up with a bunch of other cool people from around the Hunter region. Some celebrities, some locals, some personalities. So you're very welcome to come along and enjoy the evening. Or alternatively, you could follow the link that I'm going to hopefully put down the bottom here, but I don't know how, so it might just be a link on my Facebook page, and you can make a donation, or you could give me a phone call and have a conversation about perhaps wanting to contribute in another way. So give me a call if we haven't spoken for a while, because it's finally happening and I'm going to be locked up. I'm trusting, fingers crossed, that they will release me the next morning. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.